Growing up in Beirut as a Palestinian and wanting to do something with my life, basically. I was 17 years old and the civil war had begun in Lebanon. And I felt, I was thinking about what I wanted to do with my life. So when I went to the States, to San Francisco, to visit my brother who was studying in Berkeley, and I walked into a film class and I fell in love immediately with film. It was like a huge, for me, a discovery that this is what I want to do with my life, and this is, I felt everything fell in place. The war and the occupation is in the background. For me, it's the human beings, and how they cope, human stories within that context. I made a trilogy focusing on Palestinian refugee children, starting with a film I made in Nablus, in my hometown, during the first Intifada. It's called Children of Fire. That was a turning point for me because it was the first film I made in Palestine. It was the first time I returned to Palestine. From there I made the second film called Children of Shatila, which focuses on the imagination of children, but the connection with Palestine and identity, but through their imagination and through the camera, because I gave them a video camera and I wanted to see through their eyes.
هلا بماي.
مرحبا بعيسى.
يا هلا فيكي.
كيفك؟
والله الحمد لله نشكر الله.
شو شايف هلا؟
شايف كله منيح بمنيح. And
in the third film I made called The Frontiers of Dreams and Fears, a young girl in Shatila connecting with making connection through the internet with a young girl in a refugee camp in Palestine. The film focuses on the lives of these two refugee girls who finally meet at the border when South Lebanon was liberated after 22 years of occupation. Thousands of Palestinian refugees flooded to the border to see their relatives on the other side. And their historic moments of that reunion, and that hope. And it echoes what's going on in Gaza now, because there's this huge march of return as well. So that concept of children and refugees and the young generation and having not forgotten Palestine it's very powerful. And I think through film, it's a way of showing that, and because you don't see that in the news. They remain as part of the memory, safeguarding memory and writing history that's not written.
J'ai eu le privilège d'être le témoin direct de marche de retour vers la frontière.
It's in Paris, which is a major center for filmmaking. It's interesting to note that there are Palestinian festivals around the world now. Of all the Arab cinema, it's the only cinema or the only country that has consistent festivals everywhere in the world. Palestinian films are in the major festivals as well. It just proves, first, that Palestinian cinema is good as cinema, not just as subject matter, but also that there's an interest in these Palestinian stories.